Hello, my name is Sumit. I am co-founder of Bitwell Tech, and in this video, we are going to talk about how we have validated our idea and what mistakes we have made that should be avoided. Actually, and so let's just start it. First I want to tell every day I get lots of ideas when I see something broken. I think that can be solved in that way, but actually not not everything is actually worth building. So let's get started first with the what issues that we have faced. First of all, before start building Bitwell, we started talking to people. We used to approach people at events or conferences and via Instagram. And we used to ask questions something like, "Hi, we are building a startup. Here is the problem. Here's how we are solving it. Would you use this solution or not? And how much will you pay?" We have changed those questions along the time, but the core idea is we ask something like these questions. And why actually these questions failed? Because almost everyone say yes, we will use that, and not because they needed it. It happens because people are something like optimistic, and they don't want to, like, they will want to be polite most of the time to other people's. That's why. And the problem with this is these answers felt like they are good, but in actual, this is not what we are actually looking for. So, what actually changed later? At that time, we found a book like The Mom Test, and there we found this is the wrong way to ask questions. Like, if you ask anyone to those questions, they will never say no. For example, there is a very good example in that book. Like, if you ask your mom that you are building an app, like a recipe app, instead of using books, you can buying books, you can use my recipe app, and she will never say no, right? So that's the core example. So we need to frame those questions in such a way so we can find the answers from from our mom, like. So that's the example. So how we reframe those questions? We stop pitching our idea and what we are actually building and how much they actually pay. So before moving to those questions that we reframe, I want to tell you what we are actually solving. We are trying to find what is happening in the body before even getting the emergency. So basically, we call an ambulance when we have some emergency. So we just find out like when we are going to get those kind of emergency, or when we should have checkup before that time. So that's what we are actually solving. So for that, we are we used to, then later we framed our answers, and those were like, have you ever had to call an ambulance? First question was that. And what was the reason for that, and how urgent was it? Like, how much did it cost? What was the biggest risk or fear at that moment? Those were the questions that we used to ask, and or similar questions you can understand. So with that, what we actually found, um, like we found, is there a problem if they say like they never called an ambulance, so they are not our customer. If they never faced issue which can be detected over a long period of time, so they are also not our customers. And also if they are doing what, so then we find at that moment how much they are actually spending. And we got like pretty much good idea. If the solution is very solid and proven, they can pay, anyone can like pay any amount of money, like not that much high, but exactly they can pay. So like based on that information, like our plan was, let's build something to detect those information. And we actually cannot diagnose like health issues, so we just detect if there is such a case, and then we just say like, according to this doctor's article, I think you should have some this kind of checkup and all those things. currently we are launching this feature as an experimental, and it might be wrong. So we are currently checking that. Yeah, that's it. So that's how exactly we have found. I mean, we have validated our idea. So that's the core idea, and let me know if I'm doing something wrong in the comment. And that's it for this video. Let's see in the next one.